Ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
He is definitely ready. John Peckman Podcast. Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go through one set of lights, start looking left. I hope everybody had a nice holiday so far. And, hey, if you're watching and there's somebody I'm not thinking of, if there's anyone that you want to see on the show that has not been on the show, you just hit me up in the comments or in real life or something, and we'll get it together. We are here today, Mr. Alvin Benjamin Carter Jr., drummer.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's me.
That's you. That's you.
John Peckman.
That's me.
Drummer.
That's me.
That's why we know each other.
That's right. That's right. How did it all start with me and you?
So I knew about 8 to the Bar.
Okay.
Vicariously.
Sure.
This is during the everybody vying for attention from the
water?
Advocate days. No, I'm all
You're
set.
good.
This is during the days of everybody vying for attention through the Hartford Advocate.
Sure.
So you see Street Temperature, you see 8 to the Bar, you see the Savage Brothers, you see the Monster Band.
Yeah.
And
all those people.
Yeah, you know, and then
like,
everybody,
who's this creep?
Everybody knowing everybody,
yeah.
Even if you don't know them,
sure,
you know them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you actually personally came to my attention through the guitar god, Tony Lee.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Let's get him in here.
That would be
right.
Oh man,
yeah.
you talking?
This is how these things work.
You're talking about an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Okay. Player and historian.
Yep. All right.
So I just heard about you.
Yep.
Then we met once or twice, but it's possible for for guitar players to be on the same gig.
Right.
Not very likely for drummers.
Right.
So
exactly.
You don't get to see me, and I don't get to see you
except
on
for
Friday and Saturday because you're playing and I'm playing.
Yeah.
But I hear about this, you hear about that.
Yep.
We know we hear about each other's group, whatever. So that's how you came on my radar.
Okay.
So I just started, paying attention, and so I said I come into this with way more respect for you than you're aware of.
Oh, whoa. Gee, thanks. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say.
And plus, I like your cheekiness.
Oh, hey.
Because you tell it. You know what I mean?
I guess, right?
Yeah, you do. You tell it.
Thank you. I try to. I don't know any other way to be.
You got the sense
for
of
better
humor.
or worse,
Yeah, I get in trouble sometimes for, game recognizes game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't tell you. I'm sure how many times, especially with the sense of humor. You think I would write it down in stone. My mom, not everyone understands their sense of humor. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that,
Oh, yeah,
well.
I catch it from time to time. But yeah, that's how you came on my radar.
Okay.
Just from other people that I've played with and people that I respect.
Yeah.
And then I said, 8 to the Bar, one of the most enduring bands.
And they're still doing something.
Of this region.
Yeah.
I'm a Hartford guy.
Yep.
But I came from the Bronx.
Okay. So yeah, tell us what you're doing now that you want people to know about, and then we'll tell the whole story.
So right now, I'm playing anywhere they'll let me.
Yep. Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
I am currently the band director for R&B legend Kenny Hamber.
Oh wow, cool.
So I've been with Kenny probably 31, 32 years.
Wow.
Some ridiculously long time.
Wow. Hey, that's cool.
The Alvin Carter Project / Legacy, the Keepers of Tradition.
Sure.
Basically, that's Doug Basszilla Long.
Okay. Yeah.
And Warren Bird.
Okay.
On keyboards. For the most part, up until COVID hit, it was with Tony Lee.
Okay.
But once things kind of closed up, and so people are still trepidatious about coming out and what they will and won't do.
Yep.
So we're in contact, but we haven't played together in a while. And then a whole host of characters. Mixer Sean, Rozzy.
Okay.
I could start listing people, but I'd leave somebody out and I'd get in trouble. But you all know who you are.
Okay.
Who played with the Alvin Carter Project.
Yeah.
Right now, it's basically, local places.
Yep.
I've been blessed, John. I've been a musician with a day job all my life.
Hey.
And so the vast majority of what I've been able to do has been close to home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've been with some bands and we've done some stuff and done some traveling, and I'll tell you about some of those in a minute. But I'm also the stage manager for the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz.
Oh, wow.
I've been doing that for 20-something years.
Wow. Cool.
I've been doing the Sigourney Square Family Festival. We just had the 36th.
Whoa. That's
36 crazy. Year. One square block at the corner of Sigourney and Ashley Streets.
Nice.
And just putting my friends on, man.
Hey, man.
Just putting my friends on.
Yeah.
I have one friend, he calls it the Alvin Carter Giving His Friends Gigs Festival.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Shout out to my man, Jerry Williams.
Yeah. Well, you know Ray Morant.
So
that's his thing. The band is Ray and whoever answers the phone. Yeah, he does that.
And Ray and I have done that with each other.
Yeah.
He's another one. I've known Ray forever.
Yeah.
But we've played together twice.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it's been once during COVID.
Oh, wow.
Once just before COVID.
Okay.
But we've always known of each other.
Yeah,
who hasn't heard of the Monster Band?
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard of the Soul Tsunami?
Yep.
And so, Ray with Nuno.
Yep.
Ray,
yep.
Sure. And again,
last week.
Everybody I mentioned is going to be somebody intimately. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on now. I'm just playing wherever and whenever they let me.
Yep.
Private gigs, wedding gigs, local places. Dewey's Jazz Lounge in Springfield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that scene.
The Flying Monkey here in Newington.
Right. So you're Hartford, so you can get.
Yeah, I can. There more. Any place that's worth the drive.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So. Flying Monkey's cool. They got a scene going on over there.
Yeah, I mean,
kinda cool.
You got to hand it to the guy, man. He moves into a place 3 times its original size at the height.
Yeah.
Of COVID,
and he's still here.
And he's not just surviving; he's thriving. And so, you got the usual suspects are down there. You got Dave Stoltz has a night down there. Mike Childs has a night. And then the Fridays and Saturdays, they vary.
Yep.
Whoever Junior wants to bring in. So it's kind of like a home base for me.
Yeah. Because
I'm there sometime between, I guess in like a 3-month period, I'll be there between 1 and 4 times.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So, it works out.
Why not? Yeah. It seems like people... in the end, I don't know if this makes sense, but people who go to see music now after the big shakeup, they're there because they want to see it. Like you're not in the sports bar trying to get to people who could care less. It's like, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's getting more it's getting more real, which is kind of cool, right?
Here's what I noticed.
Yeah.
When everything closed up.
Yep.
I happened to be on a business call with Chip Sheeran.
Okay.
Marion Meadows.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yep.
The bass player for Bobby Brown, I forget his name. And a couple other, it was a bunch of bass players, but they had gotten in this financial endeavor and different people knew different people, so we all ended up on it. And it went from, $5,000 a week to nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For those guys at that level, $10,000 a week to nothing.
Yeah.
You get an email, the tour's canceled. We don't know when it's coming back.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the beginning, I thought, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
We'll be back.
Plug back in.
Everybody's hopeful. But places were not doing anything. But when things sort of opened back up, it was the small places. So the local guys,
I see,
got back to work first.
I see.
Because places had outdoor patios.
Right.
1,000-seater could become a 300-seater.
Gotcha.
So us local folks,
I see.
we were able to get back in.
That's what you see happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
now
yeah.
there are more things open back up. And so the regular scene, even though it's slightly altered, it's sort of back. It's sort of here again.
Different.
And it is different. You got places are closing earlier.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Imagine that.
I haven't. Every now and then I get a 9 to 12, but it's been like 5:30 to 9:30.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You
get
home at human being hours.
Yeah, right.
Unless you're the guy with the PA like me.
Wow.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know. That is funny. You're like, oh, damn. I'm home by 10?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of heavy.
And, the local scene for me has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
The wage has not changed very much in 40 years.
Ever. Yeah. Ever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, sure.
However, if you're like me, and the money is
supplemental.
Well, not only supplemental, it's equally as important as playing with somebody.
Okay. Yeah.
The money's not unimportant.
Right.
You won't get me to come out unless there's money.
Sure.
Or some other reason I need to come out.
Yep.
Hey, Alvin, we're doing such and such and such, and, we're going to feed the homeless whales, and I feel like I need to be there to do that, then I'll be there. But otherwise, but it's really the guys I'm playing with or somebody I've never played with before, but I want to because they called me. So I kind of have a slightly more altruistic reason for getting up and coming out.
I see.
And to be honest, it's because I'm not the $10,000 a week drummer, so I kind of got to be.
Well, I hear that.
I'm not traveling around the world,
right?
Or playing for whoever. But I
hear that.
have enjoyed a certain amount of local esteem.
Yeah,
just for staying. We just stayed in.
So, right.
We just stayed in.
Right.
We just stayed in. We didn't stop. We didn't quit.
Yep.
There's no gig. You don't play a gig. There's a gig. You go play the gig.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just been blessed that it's been almost consistent.
Yeah. That's great.
It's been
that's
almost
great.
consistent.
Yeah. I guess, like you say, if you stay, you just got to stay. Kind of. Right?
Yeah. I refused to leave.
Yeah.
Well, I should say I refused to stop. That's I'll put it like that. Well, I refuse to stop.
And here you are.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, totally.
Like I said, I'm sitting here with John Peckman, man.
Big deal.
No, I mean, if you think about, and I'll call it the Greater Hartford.
Okay.
We know it's bigger than that.
Sure.
You could probably include, even though they're their own thing, New Haven, Waterbury.
Yeah.
But if you take this 70-mile circle, you have a ton of just musicians. Don't talk about the other arts disciplines. If you just stayed in music for the past, I don't know, 70, going back into the jazz era, coming up to now.
Sure.
You got the biggies that everyone's heard of. You got the biggies that no one's heard of unless you're a player.
Yeah.
And you got the young guys that are, the Curtis brothers. They're all over the world. They're from Windsor.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And you were interviewing a guitar player. Pivar was Bloomfield.
Yeah.
But you were I watched one of your podcasts, and you were interviewing somebody that grew up in Windsor.
Was it Nano yesterday? Last week?
The one who won the contest and won the guitar. Right. So I watched that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if he knows the Curtis brothers came right behind him.
Oh, okay. I'll have to find out.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jimmy Green.
Yeah.
Bloomfield.
Yeah.
Bloomfield.
Yeah.
He's where is he not?
I don't know if it's your experience. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in the big wide world too much, but I have ears. There's cats. We have world-class players right here. We do. We just do.
You know them.
Yeah.
I know them.
Yeah.
And if they're not, if whoever we're talking to isn't familiar with the scene, they've never heard of them.
Right. Right.
But we know guys that are home right now watching television.
Yeah.
That play better than everybody.
It's kind of true. It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My blessing
That's
is,
all right.
if I call and the guy's available, he'll come.
Yeah.
That's my blessing.
Right. Because we're not too busy.
Right. I'm that guy. I got a call. What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I got a call Sunday.
Okay. 2 days
for a New
ago.
Year's Eve gig.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Oh.
And it ended up not panning out. However, I am the guy. Somebody decides at the last minute that they want to have music.
They know you're ready to
my
roll.
Rolodex. If I can't do it, I'll still find you somebody.
Yeah.
My Rolodex is
That's you.
Huge. I meet a musician. He stays in there. Sooner or later, I find out what he's up to, what he can do, and ba-doom. And that's been my.
That's awesome.
I get the call if people looking for a solo violinist.
Oh, really?
They'll call me.
Oh, that's great. Hey,
cool.
Cool.
Hey, man, you know an accordion player?
Yeah, right.
They'll call me.
Hey,
but
do you know an accordion player?
2.
Oh,
but
don't bring them here.
No, I actually kind of. So here it is. 1972.
Yeah.
I'm living in the Bronx.
Okay.
But my father's in Hartford.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Come to Hartford for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he take me? The Artist Collective.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not the Clark Street Artist Collective that everybody knows before its current location.
Okay.
But Windsor Street.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
1972.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I take my first drum set lesson from Daoud Karim.
Okay.
Doug Woods. Daddy and Jackie McLean are friends. So I'm meeting Jackie McLean.
Yeah.
I'm meeting Khalim Zarif.
Yeah.
I'm meeting Archie Shepp. Okay. Wow. I mean, it's crazy. I'm meeting Billy Skinner.
Yeah.
Fish Benjamin.
Yeah.
I'm meeting these people.
Yeah.
But I'm a kid. I don't know, anything from anybody.
That.
But I took my drum lessons there. I took my dance lessons there. I took my drama lessons there.
Nice.
So I thought I was going to be Sammy Davis Jr.
Right. Yeah, sure.
I thought I was going to be Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, I got all of it. Yeah.
And
that's funny.
High school band.
Yep.
Hartford Stage Company.
Always drums.
Theater. But there's always, the common thread was always drums.
Okay.
Whatever else I was doing.
Yeah.
It was always drums.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give a shout out to Alvin Benjamin Carter Sr.
Okay.
Because the kind of people that gravitated toward him were people that directly sewed into me, while I was a kid and a young man, all the way into my late 20s. People like Emery Austin Smith.
Okay.
Pianist and historian extraordinaire. Yeah. Harold Holt, alto saxophonist. Okay. Eddie Davis, Earl Warmack. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And then I get like Don De Palma.
Ooh.
Who doesn't know old crotchety,
right.
but God rest the dead, Don De Palma. Icon. There isn't a jazz player in the last 50 years in this area who hasn't benefited from Don De Palma.
Yeah, I bet you Dave's not in the room, but if Dave were in the room.
No one. I mean, his brother Bobby. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there you are.
Yeah. And so
that's great.
I moved here in 1976.
Hey.
Joined the Stowe Village Daredevils.
Uh-oh.
Drum and bugle corps.
Nice. All right.
Playing in Weaver High School band.
Yeah.
And, just everything Yeah. But still playing a drum. Went to UConn.
Okay.
Gene Bosey.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Gene Bosey was the guy that made me realize what it was going to take if I wanted to be good.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, Alvin, look, you're going to have to spend 2 hours on snare drum, 2 hours on drum set, 2 hours on vibes and marimba.
Wow.
2 hours on timpani.
Whoa.
I'm like, well, I'm a music major and a theater minor.
Yeah.
Where's the dance class? Where's the math class?
Yeah.
He says, I'm just telling you what it's going to take.
When's lunch?
Right. He said, I'm just telling you what it's going to take.
Was he right?
He was absolutely right. And that's why I didn't graduate.
Oh, wow.
But he did show me the work ethic.
Yeah.
Then I went to...
Were you ready for it?
No.
Yeah.
Again, I was a music major and a theater minor.
Right.
Which is basically a double major.
Okay, sure.
I come out of school and end up going to the Hartford Conservatory.
Yeah, we were talking about Dave's not here. Yeah.
So crazy Larry DeNatale.
Yep.
Rock solid Norman Johnson.
Okay. I don't know these people, but Dave does.
Larry DeNatale was the drum teacher extraordinaire.
Yep.
He was about as cranky as you can get, but he knew his stuff.
Yeah.
Especially jazz drumming.
Wow.
He was the one that taught all of us about Warren Baby Dodds.
Yeah.
And
making
sure you knew
sure
the history. And I actually met...
Is he still alive or no?
Larry is.
Oh, hey.
Donnie's not.
Okay.
Larry is.
All right.
I met my soon-to-be brother-in-law at the Hartford Conservatory.
Hey, there you go.
And then it was this, the 880 Club.
Yep.
That was
huge.
I started going there when I was like 18.
Yeah, right.
Walking from Congress Street. I lived on Congress Street.
Yeah. And
I would walk rain, sleet, or I'd walk 6 inches of snow, and they'd be there, man.
Yeah.
Joe Fonda, Kent Hewitt, Nat Reeves.
Yep.
You name it.
Yeah, imagine that.
Matt Immersion, vibes player.
Okay.
It was just the 80s was like the tail end of the jazz era, so to speak.
Yep.
There were still pickup gigs all over the place.
Yep.
I was playing between 3 and 5 nights a week in my 20s.
Yeah, sure.
And still had a job.
Yeah, sure.
And, a young son at the time.
Wow, yeah.
And
hustling.
I was playing with Emery Smith, Earl Warmack, and Harold Holt. The next youngest person in the band was 29 years older than me.
Wow. Hey, that's the best scenario to be in, right?
Man, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You're talking about an education?
Yeah, right.
I didn't start playing with guys my age till maybe I was like 25.
Wow. Yeah, that's heavy.
So I got slapped around.
Yeah, me too, kind of.
By the OGs, man.
Yeah.
You know who tells the same story? Doug Wimbish.
Oh, really? All right.
If you listen to any of his interviews, he got smacked around by the people that were older than him.
Yeah, right.
And to me, it's invaluable.
Yeah, I was slapped around too.
It's invaluable. I had the OGs.
Yeah, I was the youngest guy in the band always. In 8 to the Bar, I was the youngest guy.
No
even
kidding.
then. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was always the kid.
Was Charmaine in the band when you were in the band?
No.
That was after you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just spent those early years playing standards.
Yeah.
With brushes.
Yep.
At the country club.
Yeah.
Keep time. No drum solos.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Family Day at Keeney Park.
Oh, wow.
I started putting my own bands together of younger guys.
Okay.
But I kind of cheated. I would hire Espada and move Ivan Santiago.
I just talked to him yesterday.
Onto timbales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so I had a ready-made band.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then there was a guy named Rick Brown. This guy could move air through a flute like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, really?
And it was Rick Brown, Warren Bird, and Doug Long. That's how I got my trio.
Yep.
Rick Brown moved out of town. And me, Warren, and Doug stayed together. And we have played behind every singer you can imagine. Now,
that's crazy.
It was a little polarized along skin color in the 80s. But I didn't really experience it because, you know, I hung out with the blues guys.
Yep.
I knew the rock and roll guys.
Yep.
I knew the pop guys.
Yep.
I knew all the jazz guys.
Yep.
And so I kind of,
you were,
even though I didn't play with all of them, you know, I was accepted. So I kind of saw things that the other black guys, you know, they're playing the funk and, you know, staying in the North End.
Yeah.
There was one guy, though, Troy Brown. Troy Brown in style.
Okay.
He played everywhere.
Yeah. Heard that name.
He was booked by Archie D'Amato.
Yeah, sure.
And so Troy played everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Mack.
Yep.
He played everywhere.
Yeah.
But other than that, people kind of stayed in their lane.
I see.
You know, at the North End and the South End.
Yeah.
The Savage Brothers weren't really playing the same gigs as the Mother Dudes.
Right.
You know what I mean, it was
Right,
along those lines. Jazz, it was slightly different.
Yeah.
Because jazz has always been integrated.
Yeah.
Even when it wasn't, it was.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell Buddy Rich?
Yeah, right. You can't play that.
You know what I mean? Who's going to tell Dave Brubeck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the microcosm of Hartford, you know, so I've just kind of seen everybody.
Yeah.
If they came through Hart to study under Jackie.
Yeah.
They played local gigs with me.
Nice. That's why you know an accordion player.
Jimmy Green, Wayne Escoffrey.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abraham Burton. Steve Davis.
Mm-hmm.
They've all played local gigs with me.
Yeah.
They've all gone on to do magnanimous things. And
that's heavy.
Everybody I just mentioned is a tribute to hard work.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're a tribute to hard work. And
Yeah.
I recognize it. Not that they're in the same boat as me, but I wasn't a prodigy.
Okay.
I wasn't that
you just work
guy that
Yeah.
I picked up congas 6, 7 years old, but I wasn't masterful.
Yeah.
They were in the house.
Yeah.
My father would try to get me, you know, hey, men in here, get out of here. But I wouldn't leave. I wanted to stay. He said, okay, you can stay and play, but you can't play around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you gotta do it.
So he let me in the room.
Wow.
At that time, oh man, we're talking Chief James Hawthorne Bay. We're talking Neil Clark, percussionist for Randy Weston.
Okay.
All of these African drummers, Afro-Caribbean style drummers, and they're in my kitchen.
Yeah, right.
Okay. They're on stages around the world, and they're in my kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All you gotta do is check it out.
And you're just chilling. You're just there, you know. Jackie McLean and Mixer Sean Rozzi in my living room, just chopping it up.
Yeah.
Talking about
crazy.
stuff.
That's crazy.
You know. Funny story. I spent some time sitting at the piano with Jackie. He was dissecting some songs with me.
Yeah.
And in passing conversation, he says, hey, Al, man, young Al should be playing with me, man. I want to hook him up with A.T. Talking about Arthur Taylor. Ooh. Now, I'm thinking he means sometime down the road.
Yeah.
I look up. Eric McPherson is taking the lessons from Arthur Taylor.
Yeah, right.
That Jackie McLean was talking to me about.
Right. So it's starting to happen.
Who's Eric freaking McPherson?
Yeah.
The guy he ended up being my roommate.
Okay.
I never saw him do anything but practice, eat, sleep, and study.
Yeah, that's it.
No TV.
Yeah.
No girls in the crib.
No drama.
Yeah. Drums.
Yeah.
Practice pads in his room. Drum set in the basement.
He's doing the Paul Bosey 2 hours.
That's what I saw him do.
Wow.
So, you know, I just got all these influences older than me and younger than me. And I'm just here, you know, I'm in between gigs right now.
Yeah, but you're part of the whole thing.
So I'm told.
Well, yeah.
So I'm told.
Yeah.
Here's something I'm really proud of, and I didn't notice it, but somebody pointed it out to me. I think it was maybe, what's this, 2022?
Yeah.
Maybe 2015.
Okay.
I did, for the Greater Hartford Festival of Jazz, I did Honoring Our Own, 3 Generations.
Okay.
I had Young Lions, OGs, and triple OGs on the same show.
Whoa.
So teens and 20s, 30s to 50s,
yeah,
60 and above.
Yeah.
50-something musicians. We got it done in 2.5 hours. And you know that photo, A Great Day in Harlem?
Yep.
We took one of those.
Oh, really?
In Hartford.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Ray Gonzalez, Emery Smith, Don De Palma.
All in one shot.
Yeah, everybody there. And my chest is poked out. There's a tear coming out of my eye because all of my idols were on stage.
Yeah, I can't even.
With each other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And somebody goes, hey, Alvin, man, you know nobody could have done this but you. I'm like, get out of here. He said, think about it. Everybody on stage is in your phone.
Right. Hey, man.
And I went,
own it.
I went, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody on stage was in my phone. Now, I'm not the only guy like that. But I think what it says something about me, but it says more about the environment we're in.
In what way?
Before there was an Alvin Carter, there was a Ralph Duncan.
Okay.
My drumming idol.
Yeah.
And everything I do, I look back and it was something he either did or was trying to do.
Oh, I see.
Or told me, hey, man, you should do this.
Yeah.
You got Emery Smith. You name them. Kent Hewitt, Donnie De Palma. You name any of them.
Yeah.
They'll tell you there was a time they went up to the North End and they watched Emery Smith. Okay? But Hartford has always been fertile. I hear the stories that these guys told me back then about Lionel Hampton picking up people through here.
Yeah,
Stan Getz.
I see.
Paul Brown stationed himself
So Hartford's
here.
always on the radar.
It's always because it's that spot between New York and Boston.
Yeah.
You got to stop here.
Yeah.
You got to stop here for gas, if nothing else.
Did you hear about those? Did you see those? We had these cats on. They're from around here. They had the Cypress, the two brothers, the Carter brothers. They have. All right. So if you're coming, this is around here on Route 17. If you're coming through, it's a rib place. I can't think.
I don't know anything about this neck of the woods.
Okay. So when you're coming through Durham and you're heading through,
okay.
There's a joint on the left. I can't think right now. It's like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. But it was a joint forever. The big band dudes used to come. It was the only place open to have food, and they would stay open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they have memorabilia. Everybody from that era. This was the spot. They knew that, and one of the booths has marks where they were throwing dice all into it. It was the spot. It was in the big band era, Route 17 in Durham, right before
and
you get to
had
Middletown.
to stop there if you wanted. Like we used to have to go to Papa's,
right?
If you were in downtown Hartford after your gig, you wanted something to eat. Papa's or Rhines.
Yeah.
And Rhines moved out to Glastonbury.
This is one of those joints. Of the 40s.
Right,
so
right. Oh, okay.
It's on the radar, a different radar than even the one we're talking about. That's what you're saying. So Hartford
a little older, yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah, those guys, that was a funny story.
Okay.
They were like, they got signed from Glenn Miller, to his dad or whatever. All those cats, when they were passing through, they would know this is the only place open.
Wow.
And they would drink all night or whatever.
Whatever they were doing, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And they stayed open because they got on the radar. So anyway.
So now you had to, because somebody cool might come through.
Yeah, you never know.
So you had to.
Yeah, and that's like because I grew up in Wallingford, so it's a New Haven thing. The whole, like Sally's, Frank Sinatra,
or,
pizza.
Or Mamoon's.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Because the places that are open.
Yep.
That's.
Everybody ends up there.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Hartford, yeah.
It's.
Still? I mean, you're still here.
Maybe to a lesser extent, or maybe not to a lesser extent, but I'm 60 now.
Yeah.
I just don't know as much about what's going on as I did when I was 30.
Well, yeah.
Or what I know about those guys are my age too. We're still,
nobody. Yeah, none of us know. Yeah,
I still think I'm 35.
Yeah,
but it's the 35-year-old guys who treat me like an OG, and it kind of reminds me, okay, but I still think I'm in. Hey, man, I think I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, dude, I think your wife is waiting for you.
Yeah, she has your hip replacement. Waiting for you.
But I've been blessed to be around the teens to 20-somethings.
Yeah,
and
they're hitting it.
Man, Michael Carabello,
okay,
piano player.
Okay,
Dylan Rowland, piano player.
Yeah, I don't know.
Matt Dwanzik, bass player. I mean, again, I'm going to leave.
Yeah, you
somebody.
gave me a lot in it. Yeah,
yeah. I'm just. It's. People think it's not happening.
Yeah,
but it is.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
It is.
I'd say without the 880 or without those certain things when we came up that held it together.
So Sally's was the spot.
Yeah.
Art Street.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Now there is no Monday night at Sally's. It's moved to Wednesdays.
Okay.
But the Heart guys and the up and coming jazz jammers.
Yep.
I make it down there from time to time. Honestly, John, if I'm not out gigging,
yep,
I'm probably home.
Yeah.
Because, day job,
life,
and then rehearsals and gigs. So now if I'm out and I'm done early and I know you're happening somewhere, then I might poke my head in the door and, and see you and get seen.
Yeah.
And so kind of stay on people's radar, so to speak.
Yeah.
But, this whole, for me, playing music in this area has just been one huge blessing.
Yeah.
I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather.
Hey.
I'm a great-grandfather.
Hey.
I'm a minister of the gospel. I'm a maintenance guy at a school. And any skill I have that can be rented out gets rented out.
Yeah.
On the, trying to make a living from.
Yeah, man.
But if I didn't play the drums, my life would be totally different.
Yeah, right.
I'd still be in some kind of art probably.
Yeah.
But
what happened with drama?
So, drums.
Oh, okay.
That's literally, J-Mo, right?
Yep. Well,
I danced for his wife. Catherine Fellows got me out of retirement.
Whoa.
To dance.
Yeah.
Right when she became the director at Central Connecticut State University.
Yep.
But I took dance at UConn from Gene Sabatine. I took dance at the Artist Collective from Cheryl Smith and Akko. I'm the only drummer who never did tap when he took dance.
Really? You did everything else?
I did jazz, modern, ballet.
Wow.
I didn't do tap.
How come? You just figured
it just didn't occur to me.
Wow.
It just didn't occur to me.
You think you would have torn it up, or who knows?
I think I would have burned it up.
Yeah.
I think because I tap dance now when I can't. I tap dance with my hands on the desktop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm a Gregory Hines, Savion Glover, Sammy Davis Jr.
It's never too late. Well, it might be too late.
I've watched
now
every video. It's too late now.
Yeah.
It's not, but it is. You know what I mean?
I've watched all of those too.
But
crazy.
It's just been one huge blessing for me. Everything cool in my life, artistically, has been because I've been associated with Alvin Carter Sr.
Yep.
And his association with the drums
put you in the spot,
and it kind of put me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put me in a position to just experience. I got pictures of my next to youngest son when he was 10 years old playing football in back of the Bushnell with John Faddis.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got pictures of me and David Sanborn.
Wow.
Al Foster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
crazy.
It's Ignacio Baroa.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's just been so cool.
Yeah.
you know, I wake up. What are we doing today?
Yep.
We're going to work. Okay. What are we doing today? We're going to work and we're going to rehearsal.
Yeah. You're going to rehearsal after this?
I'm going to rehearsal after this. Exactly. Because this is happening now. And, you know, I'm blessed. Like I said, a great Rolodex.
Yeah.
And people say you can't choose your family. That's what musicians do all the time.
Yeah. Cool.
We may not have known we were doing it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. I mean, I got guys in my life.
Yeah.
I started playing with them when I was 25 and we're still playing together.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah.
And I eased into the band leader situation. People look to me. If it's 5 guys getting together, everybody looks at me to see what we're going to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm loud, I'm boisterous, you know.
Yeah.
Those of you who think you know everything really annoy those of us that actually do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So I'm always in trouble on that front. But
but you're not wrong.
I like to see stuff happen, man.
Yeah.
I just like to see.
Yeah.
You know.
And you can do it, so you're just going to do it.
Listen, you give me a budget.
Yeah.
And we'll have some musicians there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know,
that's great.
It's what we do, man. It's just been, my life is really cool, man. I got 5 kids, a dozen grandkids, and a great grandchild. And even as much as I love what I do as a musician, none of that is as important as that family.
Oh, really? Yeah, cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you ask them, well, where's Grandpa? Where's Grandpa? Because they always see me leaving the house.
Yeah.
But that's why, you know, that's part of the reason I do it.
Yeah.
I just like to see stuff happening. And there's nothing cooler than you look up and you see your nephew or your grandson or your son and his wife at your gig.
Yeah, right.
And they just came. It wasn't like, you know,
hey, right.
Man, you know, they hey, let's go see that. That's totally cool, man.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think about that too. In the end, I go, oh, well, you know, I slogged around and I made friends for life. Interesting, funny people that are different. We have a great time still. Like you say, some people I've known for.
I've made low maintenance friends.
Right.
For life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Low maintenance.
Okay. Look at us.
Because we know that as musicians, we get each other when you get it, when you get it.
Exactly.
So it's none like, oh, you decided to call me. It's like, I had a gig, bro. I was,
Like you said, you just spoke to Ivan yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I just spoke to Ivan Friday.
Yeah, right. I got to tell him. I got to get his ass.
I just spoke to Ivan Friday because, you know, he's where he is.
Yeah,
you know, and I had called him just to holler at him.
Yeah.
He called me back, but he called me back as I was walking into the house from work and my family was there.
Yeah.
I had to say, hey, man, I'll call you back.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's those kinds of, like, here's one for you. Everybody knows Morris Pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
You name it. Janet Jackson, Marion Meadows.
Yeah.
You name it.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Morris played with me when we were at UConn for Unity Day.
Wow.
In 1981.
Yeah, right. When it was who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, they having a student festival.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're putting a band together.
Yeah.
Morris was on bass. This guy named Torrance was on vibes.
Okay.
I was on drums.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of singers. And we did the gig. It was a lot of fun. A couple of years later, I'm not at UConn anymore, but Morris is.
Yep.
Ray Charles comes to UConn. 2 nights. One of the nights his bass player can't make it.
Oh, boy. Here's Morris.
They got a music school. Find me a bass player.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, Morris.
Wow.
I think I was still there. Hey, Morris, get Morris.
Sure.
So they get Morris. He comes in. He cuts the gig. Unbeknownst to me, not only was he a bass player, he played solo piano back home or Branford or wherever he was from, right? So I didn't know he was an unbelievable multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy had like a 3.5 GPA in engineering. Okay?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, he's off at Ray Charles.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing
because Ray
guitar.
goes, oh, thanks for the bass player.
But he's playing guitar.
Yeah, right.
And he's the MD.
Right.
He's rehearsing the
time.
band.
In no time.
Like,
yeah.
6 minutes after he gets the gig. So fast forward.
Yeah.
It's still called the Meadows Music Theater.
Okay.
My father and I are at an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. And, hey, Morris, how you doing? He's just walking through the crowd.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, man, so we do a little catching up. I said, what are you doing here, man? He said, I'm playing tonight.
Yeah.
I said, get out of here. Earth, Wind, and Fire doesn't have an opening band. They have a poet. And he just gives me this look.
Like, I'm the MD.
I was like,
yeah.
Get out of here. Now, he had already done the album with Najee.
Yeah, sure.
He wrote one of Najee's hits, Tokyo Blue.
Yeah, right.
It was him and another Connecticut guy on drums, Paul Mills.
Oh, yeah. We
call him the Octopus.
Mm-hmm. So when I was coming up, New Haven, that was more my scene, closer. Yeah, you would go down to the Foundry and watch Paul Mills and get your ass beat. I would come down there afraid to come in the door.
Your jaw would just be hanging down.
I could only take okay. All right, let me see how much yeah, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. So yeah, no, I know all about Paul Mills. That was the guy you were never going to catch.
Don't go behind him.
No, never. You're never going to catch him.
I
was so glad when he went to Scotland or whatever.
Sit in before him.
Yeah.
Sit in before Paul Mills. Sit in before Frank Jaguar.
Oh, yeah.
Sit in before Frank Jaguar.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one of my teachers, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
For a while.
Yep. Get him up here.
The drum scene was totally cool because on the west side of the river, we had Bob Gatson.
Yeah.
Creative music.
Yeah.
And on the east side of the river, we had Art Benson.
Yep.
I knew Bob way before I knew Art.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Me too.
And, everybody would go down to creative.
Yeah.
See what was new.
Yep. Who was there?
Who was Bob bringing? I saw Will Kennedy there. Yep. I saw Dennis Chambers there. The Zildjian snare drum.
Yeah. Remember that?
The drum made out of the Zildjian alloy.
Yeah.
And then Bob and his wife buy Noble and Cooley, the toy drum maker, and turn it into making real drums.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, we were there.
It was wonderful back then.
We're in the middle
man.
of it. Yeah. Crazy.
Al Leapak was still a major influence.
Yep.
Jeff Porcaro was from Weathersfield.
Yep.
I have a drum set.
Oh boy.
That I don't know if it's true, but the folklore surrounding it was that it once belonged to Jeff.
Sure.
I bought a black fiberglass pearl drum set. I still have it.
Yeah.
My son has it.
Yeah.
Man, Jeff Porcaro used to, and that's the thing.
Yeah, we're not in Iowa. It's possible.
Charlie Donnelly.
Yeah. That was right before my time, but yeah, I always knew about that. Yeah.
A round badge Gretsch drum set for under $1,000. You could go to Charlie Donnelly.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? So to me, that was my golden age.
Yeah.
Of, the people were playing. And you know what there wasn't? There wasn't competition.
No, I think we were all different enough. Everybody
guys were like showing you what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we all had our own thing.
Who were the guys at Creative? Bruce, Jeff, Mark Carter.
Yep. John McElhoney.
John McElhoney.
Yep.
And they were all, we were chewing the fat, man. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah. Check out this book. Jeff, I used to call him Chad Wackerman because that's how
Jeff
haircut
Brown.
He had.
Yeah.
He's the one that turned me on to the Vader Fusion.
Oh, yeah.
He turned me on to that.
Yep.
And that's my stick now.
Yeah. I mean? I imagine that. You would just, they could turn you on to a different stick.
He turned me on that was my stick.
Crazy.
And there used to be a place in Manchester called Nature's.
I remember that place. House. I remember that.
Started out in West Hartford.
I remember that. I played there,
and it moved to Manchester. And I had, I was probably there maybe every 6-8 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And one time, I didn't bring a regular band. I brought all drummers.
Oh, wow.
Congas, djembe, drum set, timbales. It's like 4 or 5 of us.
Right, because you could do anything.
And we just burned the house down, man. We just sprayed the room down with percussion. And when the gig was over, somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, man, where can I get some world percussion, some hand percussion?" I said, "Well, where do you live?"
Yeah.
So I'm right. I said, "Oh." Now, I hadn't been in Art's store yet, but I drove past it all the time.
Yep.
He had the 2 bright yellow congas out in front of the store. Mm-hmm. This is when he was still on Hartford Road.
Yep, on Hartford Road.
I said, "You go to Dynamic Percussion. Mm-hmm. They'll have just about anything."
Yep.
And I said, "If you're on the other side of the river, you go to Creative Music.
Yep.
And they'll have just about anything."
Yep.
Maybe a month goes by. I said, "You know what? I'm going in this place."
Yeah.
I went in. I picked out 10 pairs of Vader Fusions. And I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
And the guy behind the counter asked me, he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Alvin Carter." This guy walks out from the back of the store. "You're Alvin Carter?" I'm like, "Oh, crap.
Oh, boy.
What did I do now?"
Uh-oh.
He goes,
"Did you say Junior?"
"No, watch this." He goes, "Your money's no good here."
Hey.
I'm like, "What? What did I?" He goes, "Nope. They're on the house. Anybody that sends a referral here."
Hey.
And they must have spent, like, at that time, several $100.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met Art Benson,
he hooked you up.
Gave me a handful of drumsticks.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Yeah, man. No, I hear you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's my life.
Yeah.
People just blessing me like that.
Hey.
And
that's cool. Yeah, God bless Art.
Yeah,
cool
man.
Dude. He always hooked me up too. I wasn't anybody.
He was grumpy to people, but I never experienced it.
Me neither.
I heard the Art stories.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I got the good side.
I heard the Art stories.
No, he did a lot for me.
He was another one, man. He brought
brought everybody.
Man.
Yep.
He brought.
Yep.
And I taught percussion for him for a minute.
Did you?
Yeah, I taught there. And when Frank and Diva Varela had their music store, I taught drums there for a minute.
Cool.
Who told me about Arts Memorial? Jody.
Hey,
at Summit.
I got a limited space remaining on this card right now. I hope I didn't run out. Hold
on. Oh man, TV, we'll keep going, man.
All right, we're getting close. I don't know what's happening here. I don't want to run out.
It's going to be edited, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of.
Maybe not. Okay.
I don't want this to run out. Oh man, what do we do? No, just all right. Yeah, let's wrap it up, and then we'll reboot, and then we'll get the rest. All right. In case you're tuning out now, we're going to do Alvin Part 2. We're just going to load in another card. I want to get the end of this. I just don't want to run out in the middle. All right, John Peckman Podcast. Stay tuned. We're going to edit this. Yeah. So Art Benson.
More than just a store owner.
More than just a store owner, no doubt. Yeah, he was always cool with me. Always cool with me. Very supportive. You know.
When I found out that there was going to be a memorial, and I was asking around, "Hey, man, who's in charge? Who's in charge?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, man, Summit Music."
Oh,
in
right.
Manchester, Jody.
Yep.
So I said, "Hey, man, I know you probably already got your lineup, but I would be really grateful if you would allow me to do a presentation at Arts Memorial."
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll put it in." So I did two things. I had a West African drum situation.
Yep.
And they processed in. And then I had me, Daddy, Nelson Bayo, Perdomo, Warren Bird, Doug Long, and Saskia LaRoe. And we were the band.
Yeah.
And they let us play like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
And everybody was there, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. It was amazing. My recollection of it was, wow, Bernard Purdy.
Yeah.
Shook my hand.
Yeah.
Bernard Purdy shook my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My father knew a flautist in New York, Harold Alexander.
Okay.
This guy didn't like the way Bernard Purdy played. We're talking about early 70s, maybe late 60s, early 70s. And you know what his knock was?
What?
He was too rigid.
What?
Yeah. But this was a, jazz flautist guy.
Wow.
Now, and I'm like, who hasn't Bernard?
Yeah.
He's probably the only guy more recorded than Steve Gadd.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, again,
I guess there's one in every
to have heard about him all my life.
Yeah.
Grew up on his records because all the Aretha Franklin stuff.
Yeah.
And then to actually meet him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just amazing.
It happens. Yeah.
And no less important as a proprietor is Bob.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No less important.
No.
I don't know his exact situation right now. I know I heard he was sick and he was, but he was, instrumental.
We were lucky. World-class places.
Yeah.
World-class places right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not huge square footage.
No.
But
everything you need.
Everything you need.
What do you need? What else? What do you need?
Or he'd get it.
Yep.
And the clinics, I mean, we're not in New York.
Right.
We're not in Boston.
Yeah.
And we're getting Bisonet.
Yeah. Louis Bellson, Dennis Chambers.
Dennis Chambers. Listen, I saw Dennis Chambers at Creative, and I'm watching him, and I'm going, I'm pretty sure what he just did is impossible. I'm pretty sure you can't really do that, but I know he did it because I just saw him do it. This person has no idea how much they've influenced me. Cindy Blackman.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cindy Blackman came over my house with her older sister.
Hey.
My father, the woman my father was seeing at the time, was good friends with Cindy's older sister.
Wow.
I had a drum set in my bedroom, a blue sparkle set.
Sure,
Everybody had a blue sparkle set or a red sparkle set.
I had a red sparkle.
Yeah, right. I had a blue sparkle drum set. Now, she was a couple of years older than me, but she's still a teenage girl.
Yeah.
I'm a teenage boy. I'm trying to impress her.
Oh, boy.
What an idiot move. She takes off her shirt. She just has on like a tank top.
Yeah.
But so she takes off her shirt. She has on a tank top. She sits down on my drums and plays the snot out of my drum. Yeah. And I'm standing there with my jaw in my lap. And wow. It's like,
you're like, I'm not going to impress her.
Yeah, it's like, And then years later, she plays at the Muni.
Yeah.
And she had Ravi Coltrane in the band.
Whoa.
And that night, I literally said to myself, maybe I ought to just stick to the congas. And like 3 seconds later, like, what am I saying? But
too late now.
So she was another one to know. And then I never forget when I told my father that she was married to Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, I guess Dennis can kiss that gig goodbye. And my father cracked up.
Well, hey, you never know.
But
that's funny.
I mean, we've had it here, man.
Yeah, we have.
We've had it here and I'm not even born and raised here. I didn't come here.
Yeah,
I visited here when I was 10, moved here when I was 13.
Wow.
But I'm from here now.
You got caught up.
I'm from here now. I'm still a New York Bronx kid, but I'm a Hartford adult.
All right, cool. You know what? Let's get close to wrapping it up because I don't want a catastrophe to happen.
Yeah,
that would be tragic. Real quick, Desert Island albums. Just give us a few.
Ooh, Songs in the Key of Life.
Yep.
That's the Way of the World.
Sure.
Trio music.
Oh.
Chick Corea,
Yep.
Miroslav Vituz,
Yep.
and Roy Haynes.
I'll go with that. Yep.
Blue Note Live at the Roxy.
Okay. I'll get busy.
There's about 15 more.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I know.
oh, one more.
Yeah.
Haitian drummer T. Roro.
Okay, don't know.
Yeah, don't
This is
worry.
good.
I'll hook you.
Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah. Cool. Desert island food
Ooh.
that you could eat every day. You'd be all set with.
I shouldn't say this.
Uh-oh.
Bacon.
Hey. Why not? I know. God. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Only thing better than bacon is sausage. Says the guy who tries to eat in a very healthful manner, but yeah.
If you're gonna have something in the other column, make it bacon.
Yeah. I mean, and I literally have had to make myself not buy bacon.
Oh, I know.
Because I'll do it, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll eat my bacon. I'll eat your bacon.
Nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. Almost burnt.
Nah.
No? Okay. All right, good.
Cooked all the way
Then
through,
you wouldn't
but
like
fleshy.
mine. You wouldn't like mine. That's
Cooked?
good.
No, I'd like yours like in stuff.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, you know what? Let's go, because I don't want to run out. Come back, and I'm going to ask you for a list of people too, because you mentioned a lot of people.
I got a ton of people that I know.
I'm going to hit you up.
You should.
I'm going to hit you up.
If you're going to do this with me,
yeah,
then there's some people I know way
that's good,
more worthy than I am.
Well, whatever, but
know.
So get us in a different.
And to you, man, thank you for doing this.
Oh, hell.
Because you know who you are? You're John freaking Peckman, man.
Hey.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Okay. I won't. Wow, I appreciate that. That's very nice. It's all thanks to Dave. He's the one that booted my ass into this.
Thank you, Dave. You're the man.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to press the button. Don't get scared. It's going to be music.
The button gets pressed.
All right. Alvin Benjamin Carter Jr. was here. He was here. And he's going somewhere from here. Your day's not over. This is not it. Going to who you rehearsing with?
So I'm rehearsing with Kenny Hamber.
Hey.
I'm rehearsing with R&B legend Kenny Hamber.
There you go. All right. John Peckman Podcast. We're going to have Alvin on again.
Peckbone.
The John Peckbone Podcast. You heard it here first. Excellent work. All right. Thanks a lot, kids. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.